guys, it's your favorite Augusta University comm students, Brooklyn Phillips and
Kailey Spencer
here, and welcome to the very first episode of Page to Page, your virtual book club where we read, react, and get attached to fictional characters like they're real people.
In this episode, we'll be talking about the very popular book, The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. According to the synopsis of the book, it starts with a little quote. It says, "Sharpen your blade and harden your heart." Very intense. Jude was 7 when her parents were murdered, and she and her 2 sisters were stolen away to live in the treacherous high court of Fairy. 10 years later, Jude wants nothing more than to belong there. But many of the Fae despise humans, especially Prince Carden, the youngest and wickedest son of the High King. To win a place at the court, Jude must defy him and face the consequences.
Okay, so let's talk first thoughts. I will be so honest. I did not read the description of the book. I just was like, hey, this book is really popular. Everybody's talking about it. Let's read it. So I went in completely blind. Light spoiler alert if you haven't read it yet. Because I went in completely blind, like the first scene completely caught me off guard.
It shocked you, didn't it?
I was like, oh, we're starting off strong here.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even know how to react. I kind of had to pause and just set the book down for a second.
I didn't even think about that. I guess that's kind of how it used to be back in the day. Like, there wasn't, like, usually a synopsis printed. Like, maybe your friend that recommended the book told you vaguely what it was about. But if there's a shocking scene like that, you had no idea. And that almost adds to the experience.
Yeah, it definitely did, because I was like, oh. I had to, like, stop for a second and clutch my pearls, because like, all right, I wasn't expecting that one.
Like, double homicide, just
literally.
Immediately.
No, but that is literally, and this is my first, I'm not typically a fantasy reader, so, like, coming into the book and that's the first scene, okay. It kind of sets the bar a little bit higher.
It's kind of like thriller-esque, you know?
Yeah.
There is quite a bit of mystery in this trilogy, I will say.
Okay. I am a fan of mystery.
Oh, yeah. It's like you figure stuff out and you're like, oh my god. There's gonna be something, like, in the second or third book that's, depending on how you feel towards a certain character, it's gonna piss you off so bad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I will say, like, moving further into the first part of the book, because, okay, we're only a couple chapters in, people. We have not read the full book yet, so we're just going to be talking about the first couple chapters. I don't know what to expect, because this is a romance novel, right?
Yeah, it's weird because it's classified, I think, as romantasy after the fact, like after romantasy became a thing.
Okay.
But I feel like the romance is more of a subplot.
Oh.
But maybe I'm, like, desensitized to romance. Like, I've read a couple straight up romance books, and they're all right, but I feel like it's more of a romantic subplot.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I know this book, I'm in a lot of book groups on Facebook. Sue me. I love Facebook and I'm 21 years old. Okay. I don't know what you want from me. But I'm in a lot of book groups and they're always talking about this book, and I do always see it labeled as romance. So it's interesting to see your perspective on it.
I think the first book, actually, now that I think about it, is not very romantic, except maybe kind of towards the end. Like, it's kind of setting stuff up, but it becomes more romantic as the trilogy goes on and as the main romance develops.
Okay.
And then, because I've read the whole trilogy and the sequel series, but it's just been a while since I read the first book.
Got you.
And I will say the second series is definitely more of a romance, but it's still fantasy, and it's still, like, action and interesting and stuff.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, is it true that it's enemies to lovers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Like,
okay.
To this day, I'm still, like, there's so much. The thing is, we're dealing with fairies, and they're, like, the more canonical type of fairies. Like, of the myths where fairies were usually like complete jerks.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of moral grayness. Like, I feel like the characters tried to be good in the way that they can, but they're still questionable. Like Maddock, you know, the adoptive father that spoiler guys, the adoptive father that murdered her actual parents.
In the most brutal way.
Yeah, that was. I still have mixed and I think we're supposed to. I still have mixed feelings about him throughout the whole series, because like on one hand, Jude loves him so much. I think he does love and care for Jude also.
Yeah.
But he's a messed up guy, and he's never gonna change, because it's like who he is. He's like a red cap, and red caps like have to like lust after well they lust after blood, like they have to satiate that lust for blood.
Very morally gray, which I don't mind in a character. I don't mind a morally gray character, but I am definitely with you on that. I have such mixed feelings already because, like I said, I'm only a couple chapters in, but it's like, all right, we have that very gruesome depiction of him at first, but then we see, you know, him treating them like they're his own children and trying to do his best for them so far. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm with them. Like, I would feel personally, what's the word I'm looking for? Conflicted. I would feel conflicted too, because it's like, you murdered my family, took the only life I had away from me, the only life I've ever known away from me, but now you're being nice to me, so.
Now you're being nice to me, but I'm also getting picked on by all these jerk fairy children.
Yes, and to that point, thank you for bringing that up. This is why I asked if it was an enemies to lovers, because everybody is so horrible to them, and I really don't want her to end up with any of her bullies.
Yeah, no. They all act like pieces of crap. I don't even remember how that's resolved. That's how long it's been since... Like, I guess it's never... I don't know. I heard something like he was picking on her, but he was helping them not be as bad to her behind the scenes. I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know.
Honestly, with one of the characters, I won't name drop because I don't want them to be spoiled, but it's not really a spoiler. It's more of a prediction, if you will. But I'll just say one of her bullies, that is kind of like, even just a couple chapters in, that's the vibe I kind of got.
Yeah.
Like, all of his friends are being absolutely terrible, but he's just kind of there. Like, he's not stopping them at all, or like, but he's also not being awful to her. But still, I know
which character you're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, all right. I love the enemies to lovers trope. I love it. I love it so much. But I hate the bully to lover trope.
Yeah, because then it's personal. It's like, you know, sometimes enemies, they're like on different sides of like a war or of a conflict, or they think they're on different sides morally.
Yeah.
Or they have different friend groups that are against each other.
Yeah, or like academic rivals. I love the academic rivals trope.
I love rivals to lovers because they have similar morals and wants and desires. It's just that they happen to be opposing each other. And then what bridges the gap is that they realize that they're more alike, and then they realize they don't have to be each other's rivals.
Yes, like, you don't have to be haters.
Exactly.
You can just come together.
But the bullies to lovers I hate because, like, it's personal. It's like one person has more power over the other person, so it's like a power imbalance usually. Yeah. And then it's like they despise each other as people, and not just because, oh, I have to fight you because you're on the other side of this conflict that I'm in.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think it's just because I personally feel like, well, I hold grudges, but I personally feel like I don't think I could be with someone who got joy out of causing me pain. Like,
same.
I couldn't do it. And this is no shade to, you know, writers who have written this trope or will write it, but I just feel like it kind of sends a bad message as well. Like,
yeah,
I don't like the bullies to lover trope. I'm like, no, it's not for me. I'm not gonna yuck your yum if you like it, but I just personally cannot get behind it.
I agree, like, personally, because, like, if someone was calling me, like, ugly and rubbing dirt in my food, how am I gonna trust them when they're like, I'm gonna take you out on a picnic, you're so beautiful? I'm like, I feel like you're trapping me and you're gonna shove me into a pond or something.
I feel like it's a prank.
Yeah.
It's a prank. It's a prank, guys. Like, that's what I would feel like. I just feel like I'd be looking over my shoulder the whole time. Like, I don't know. Like, how can you rest knowing that someone tormented you and now they're in your personal space again?
Yeah. It's like, okay, now you like me, but what changed?
Yeah.
And also, why would you treat someone like crap just because you don't happen to like them? Like, it's crazy. I don't agree with those I don't want to be with someone whose morals don't align with mine.
I agree. And like I said, I do love a morally gray fictional, emphasis on fictional character.
Yeah.
But even for my fictional characters, there's a line.
There's a line.
There's a line. I just can't get behind some tropes. But so other than that, what have your, I mean, I know you've already read it before. I have not. As we know, I have no idea what's going on right now. But what are your thoughts, like, going back into it, like, on just characters or, like, world building? Like, for me,
I will say is I kind of forgot, like, how whimsical it was, you know, at the beginning. Because as they go further into the series, they don't focus on the setting as much because we've already been in the setting for a while. But I do like how they set it up. And I forgot. So I remember seeing, like, a small maybe not a controversy, but, like, people weren't sure how to draw Nicasia, the daughter of the Ocean Queen. And some of them mentioned that she might have been, like, black or darker skinned. And then I realized when I reread her initial description that she had, like, braids. And so I'm like, yeah, she might be, because she had, like, because, you know, normally people, I mean, I guess she could have meant, like, twin braids.
yeah.
But I like to think that she had, like, those,
Yeah.
like, goddess braid type things going on with, like, the waves at the bottom, and then it was, like, the ocean, you know?
Okay, Kailey, I see you. I see the vision, girl.
It's like, maybe I should try and draw and pick up the pen.
You should pick up the pen. We're waiting. Book Talk is waiting.
They're waiting for a fan art masterpiece.
Exactly. We want all the fan art, for real.
Yeah. They have great colors and designs, too, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, I will say, I'm kind of surprised, because, again, I'm not a huge fantasy reader, but I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far.
That's
like,
good.
I love how whimsical it is. I'm like, this is fun. Like, bring back fun writing.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, wow, okay. Like, obviously, I'm reading and I'm trying to remember, like, what is what, you know, what means what, like, if that makes sense, what's used for what.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. So I'm like, okay, but it's cool. Like, I love when writers go full in, like, you're all in. You're not just writing about this character's life, but you're writing and creating an entire world to, like, revolve around this character.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you know what? She ate.
The world the character lives in, like, how they're shaped by it, it's just so interesting.
Exactly. Now, I will say, character-wise, we already know I hate the bullies, especially, oh my gosh. Does she end up with the prince? Is that why the book is titled Cruel Prince? Oh my gosh. I was literally just sitting here, and it's like I had an epiphany because
I didn't want to spoil it.
Wait.
I know, he's a piece of crap.
Oh my gosh.
He gets better. I just don't remember how he transitions to being better.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I was literally sitting here, and I was like, yeah, I just hate some of the characters. I really hate the prince. And I was like, wait a minute.
Although that's valid, because I feel like she made it that way on purpose.
Yeah. It just clicked. I was like, wait, Cruel Prince? All right, that's it. Roll the credits.
Roll the credits. She's gonna end up with him somehow.
Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so I just cannot believe that that's how it just clicked for me.
I mean, to be fair, it could have been named that just because that was like the main antagonist or whatever. But
yeah.
I mean, how often do they name it after the main antagonist?
That is true. That's a good point. Wow. I just had like a wave of disappointment. I'm so sorry, Miss Black. You're a wonderful writer.
That's valid, though.
So sad.
That's valid.
Just went on this whole tangent about how much I hate the bully to lovers trope, and that's exactly what we're gonna get.
Honestly, I kind of forgot that it is a little problematic.
Yeah, it's a little. I won't lie.
I feel like every character in this book is or becomes problematic at some point.
Okay.
But it's like in an intentional way.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she isn't suggesting that all of this is good, per se. I don't know. She's a pretty established writer. She wrote the Spiderwick Chronicles, which I never got into, but was like a popular children's fantasy series set in a similar type of world.
Did not read it. I watched the movie, if that counts for anything.
I haven't watched the movie either.
Oh, it's so good. I was obsessed with it growing up.
Oh, maybe I should read and or like watch the Spiderwick movies.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Walk in. I'll read it if you read it. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll talk about that next.
We could do that next. We could do like first young adult, and then we can discuss her like children series. You know?
I'm so down. I love children's books. Quote unquote. Okay. Quote unquote children's books, because I mean a lot of people count the Harry Potter series as children's books, but they're amazing. So,
yeah.
You know.
I mean, I feel like
call it what you want.
if a book is good and it's enjoyable, it doesn't matter so much who it's for.
I agree. Like, some writers, they just have that generational touch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to the book we're currently reading. It's my fault. We got a little bit sidetracked. Yeah, I really love the way the world is set up. So far, I'm enjoying the characters, most of them. Jude, which is the main female lead, her stepmother.
Oriana?
Yes. Not a fan at the moment. I'm
Me
not
neither.
a fan.
I don't think I ever fully become a fan of her. Like, she becomes more understandable later on, but
I was gonna ask, like, does she get better? Because
it's like you realize that there's more to her, and you sympathize with her more, and you realize she's not, like, just, like, for the sake of being one, but, like, I never liked her, but, like, I just didn't hate her as time went on.
So she's like an onion.
Yeah, she has layers.
Yeah.
She still doesn't taste good raw, but, you know.
Raw or cooked. I hate onions, but
I'm ambivalent. I'm fine with a couple thin onion rings, but I just don't want a whole chunk of an onion on my burger, you know what I'm saying?
Can't do it.
No.
Can't. But, well, that's nice to know because, well, I guess they do say if a writer can make you hate their character, like, you just absolutely hate them, that means they did their job well.
It's true.
I feel that way about a lot of characters. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I have a long list.
A long list.
But yeah, so far she's my least favorite character. I'm kind of side-eyeing Jude's sister a little bit.
Which one?
The older
Oh,
one.
Vivi?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she has potential to be a really good character. She's kind of rebelling right now.
Yeah, she's in a rebellious phase.
And I love that for her. You go, girl. You rebel all you want to. Just kidding, kids. Listen to your parents. Fictional kids, though, they don't count.
Yeah. Plus, like, her parents were like
murdered
by her biological father, so it's like, I can understand why she would rebel against him.
I'm sorry. It's not funny, like, at all, but I can't believe he did that.
It's just so crazy, you
like,
know?
what? And then he didn't even care that the children were there.
Yeah.
Oh, sir, you're a terrible person, actually. You're the worst.
Dude, the fairies are they're just weird.
He was like free trauma for everybody, just handing it out.
Everybody's gonna try. And the fact that, like, it mentions that he looked like he regretted the past 5 minutes and, like, he might have not murdered her or something. And it's like, what would have happened if, like, he hadn't been so angry and she didn't, like, run away? Because he was telling her not to run away and he was just gonna take her back. But then he was like, he just killed her in, like, a fit of rage. And it's like, dude, what if?
I know. I honestly was wondering the same thing when I read that. I was like, would he have just kidnapped her and they all gone back together and the story would have been completely different?
Yeah.
Or, like, would she have done something else to set him off and then same outcome?
Who knows?
I'm like, oh my gosh. But I will say, I know he's a murderer. Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. I know he's a murderer, but I mean, he felt bad about it.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
he felt
I do like Maddox as a character. I'm not gonna lie.
like he regretted it instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't change the fact that he murdered them, but
yeah.
at least he felt some remorse.
Plus, the fairy rules are kind of different. Like, they just have different morals, especially depending on the type of fairy that they are. So.
I agree. I feel like that's what changes it. Like,
Yeah.
I am not being a murderer sympathizer, okay?
Right.
It's just this specific character and his circumstances. It makes me be like, you know what? He did do that. And that was awful. It was awful. I'm emphasizing that it was awful, okay? I'm not condoning it. Don't cancel me. But, you know,
Yeah.
there was some remorse, some regret.
Yeah. And then, like, he doesn't try to murder, like, the kids or anything.
Exactly. He didn't kill the kid. Honestly, dude, I will not lie. When I read that scene, I thought that he might come for the kids after. I was like, he only wants his daughter, like, are the other two going to be good? Because, again, you know, I didn't know what the book was about. I was flying blind when I went in. So I couldn't even tell you who the main character was at that point. So I was like, oh my gosh. He just killed the parents. He's going to kill the kids and just kidnap the daughter.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen that way. And I'm glad it didn't happen that way. I felt like I went through enough trauma in chapter 1.
Right. I think it's because of, like, he even stated, like, his beliefs are that he has to take care of his wife's children even if they're not his children. So it's like,
yeah,
he feels like he can fight.
That's a good man, Savannah.
That's a good man, Savannah. He feels like he can fight the adults because they're adults, and, like, the dad did charge him with an axe, so you could argue that was self-defense.
He did. You could.
Yeah.
You could argue that was self-defense.
You could argue.
A good lawyer would.
Now, the mother, that was not self-defense. That was kind of, like, raging.
Yeah.
But I don't think he ever planned to hurt the kids at all.
What is it called? Like, if it was an act of passion, like, are we gonna get censored for this? Like,
I mean, it's not like, I don't know, like, I don't remember, is first degree, like, the worst and third degree is the most minor, or is it the other way around?
I think first degree is the worst.
Okay, first degree is, like, you planned it out, you wanted to do it.
Yeah, like, premeditated.
Yeah, and they often, like, did it in, like, a really horrible way. That's not a requirement, I think, but, like, that's just usually how it turns out, I noticed. And then second degree is, like, you did mean to do it, and it was your intention, but it was, like, it wasn't premeditated, it was, like, in a fit of passion. And then third degree is...
accidental, maybe?
I think that's, like, manslaughter, like, you didn't mean to kill...
Yeah.
I think third degree is, like, if you were fighting and you accidentally killed them while fighting, but you didn't want to kill them.
Okay. That does make sense.
And then I think maybe manslaughter is in a different category.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I think manslaughter is usually deaths by, like, negligence or by, like, doing something dangerous that caused someone's death.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you hit someone with your car, that's definitely vehicular manslaughter.
Yeah, vehicular manslaughter. Or if you guys are both driving the car and you cause the accident and hit them and then they die as a result of that, I think that's also vehicular manslaughter.
Can you be charged for that? Like, it was just an accident.
I think, Like, if you run a red and T-bone someone
yeah.
and kill them, I think...
Good point.
Yeah.
You should. Don't run red lights, kid.
I think you could also be charged with criminal negligence. Oh. They can charge you with multiple. They can charge you for the murder itself, and then they can charge you for the things that led to the murder.
To it.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. As they should.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive. Don't run red lights.
True.
Just be safe. I don't know.
Stay safe, guys.
Exactly.
Don't get kidnapped by fairies.
It's crazy. Low-key? Well, no. I was going to say I would love to go to Fairyland, like, but I actually don't know about that one.
If I had magical powers to resist enchantment, I would.
Exactly. They're not too fond of humans over there. I'm not going to say that, actually. Yeah, they're not fond of humans over there, guys.
Unless I can play a mean guitar, I don't think I would be safe.
Yeah. Can you? Do you play guitar? Any instruments?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I play, like, very basic piano. I don't know any songs.
I'm a trombone player, but I don't know how they would get down to that.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean, their dances and music is crazy anyway, so, you know.
That's so valid. All right, so, well, I was going to ask, like, if you had any predictions on what was going to happen in the book.
All of my predictions would be spoilers.
I'm like, you've already read it. It's not fair. Well, do I have any predictions? I don't know. Now that I realize that the title is a spoiler-ish. It's not really a spoiler if you know what the book is about. But for me, I was like, oh my gosh, what? That threw me off so bad. I won't lie. I'm like, who knows what else is going to happen? I just feel like, okay, so Jude, she's trying very hard to become a knight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she's going to try for it. And originally be declined. And, like, then maybe something super crazy will happen and she'll have the opportunity to, like, step up and prove that she can do it. And then maybe they'll grant her knighthood.
We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll have to come back after I finish reading it, because I'm, like, looking at you like, don't you want to give me a spoiler? Don't you want to tell me?
I can't. It'll ruin it.
That's so real. Okay, it's fine. I'll just go finish the rest of the book. Okay, well, I don't know. I need to go finish reading that, I suppose. Okay, well, if you've read this book, let us know your thoughts and opinions. Like, were you hooked the first time that you read it? Like, did the opening scene get you like it got me? Because I was absolutely shocked. Like, give me the tea. Should we be worried about the gang of bullies? That's what I'm going to call them, because...
The gang.
Yep. I don't like them. The gang of bullies.
The gang of bullies. The gaggle.
Exactly.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions shared by the hosts of this podcast are not reflective of the views and opinions of Augusta University. They are solely our own. Thank you.
This podcast is produced by Jasmine Garcia, the manager of the TVC Lab, and comes to you straight from the Department of Communication at Augusta University. We'll see you next time on Page to Page.